Hi, so for this video for my English project, I am doing the Drug Addiction Network commercial or advertisement, which you will see on the next slide.
Oxys for me.
I use crack cocaine.
Every hour, 13 people die from drug or alcohol abuse. Don't kid yourself. Addiction is an epidemic. We all know what happens when you don't deal with addiction. Someone dies, or even worse, they hurt others. Addiction is a disease. We are the Addiction Network. And if you've been trying to quit your addiction to drugs or alcohol without any luck, then you need to call the number on your screen now.
A little disclaimer, so I wanted everyone seeing this to understand that this is a serious issue that a lot of people have, but I'm more showing the rhetorical devices that the advertisement has in it itself. So the reason that I chose this advertisement was to show the pathos, ethos, and logos that the advertisement shares. And I'm going to show different parts on different slides that you will see later on how each part is contributed into the commercial. So another reason why I actually chose the advertisement was when I was trying to think of what's going to get me the most information for the project, I straight thought to pathos, and I thought, what commercials have I seen on TV that kind of get me into my feelings and help me to think of others that I would love to help, or I can have empathy or sympathy. So what straight came to my head is this one because of the examples they show in the beginning of people and what their struggle was in drug addiction. So for the background of this advertisement, it was created a few years ago by the Addiction Network, as you can see, and it is a network that you can call the number to speak to any supposedly licensed person to talk about your issues, and they can help you to relieve those issues of drug addiction. And if you're struggling to stop, they can help you with that. Also, they say that if you have insurance, you are able to have your help covered. And if not, it has a cost, but it never shows that on the actual advertisement. The intended audience for this commercial is the pretty much whole community. Obviously, they are trying to convey that their network is going to help with this drug addiction, but also I feel that they want people with this addiction to see it, and they want families with people that have family members that have the addiction. A lot of the time when we see a commercial like this, we think, oh, it's specifically for people that have a drug addiction. But in reality, a lot of the time, they try to get families and friends that know of people that have these problems so that they can share this advice with them and say, hey, this is a great network. You can try to get away from this if you want to. Some of the implicit messages of the ad are alcohol addiction. So they don't really speak about it that much, but they bring it up maybe once or twice. So I would say that they want to bring up people that also may have alcohol addiction, that this can be a network for them as well. That they feel like because mine is just alcohol, it's not a big deal. Everyone drinks alcohol. But by showing the stories and doing the pathos and the logos and the ethos, people with the alcohol addiction can also see that this can be a network that works for me, that I can become free of what's been happening. Some explicit messages of the ad will be obviously the drug addiction and obviously how this network can be a benefit to people with this issue and how it's just phone call away, and that it's easy access. If you have insurance, you can get your treatment for free, and you're getting help by qualified people to get you out of this situation. So, the first thing I want to start off with is ethos. So, the reason why this is something that is very important is because it's credibility. So, right off the bat, when you see this man in the scrubs, there is not, that is their credibility, and they are trying to show that this is a doctor that can help and that he is a professional, and also how he says that when you call, you will be talking to a licensed professional. So I actually did try to call the number and nobody answered, and then I got received a text message, and the link that they sent me to a very random website. So I feel like they are showing their credibility by having the doctors and by showing we are real people that can help you. But I feel like this is also fake credibility because nowhere does he say that he is a real doctor. They just show him in scrubs. And by testing it out, it actually wasn't really true with the number. For Ethos, the advertisement shows multiple stories of people. Well, they're not technically stories, but they give a statement that they too had an addiction to a certain type of drug, and they say what kind it is. This shows credibility to show that other people have gone through it and they help them to be free from this addiction. They also give credibility to show a man and a woman that they can help both genders, and that if you're willing to have the help, that they can help you get free. Also, the only thing that I would say is it is a credible source, but I would try to show more information to really show that the stories are true and they're not just actors. Now, starting with pathos, I feel like it is a general thing that a lot of companies or advertisements will use to try to get the audience to feel sympathy, empathy, so that they would feel more connected and want to actually try either the product out or, for example, try this network out. So, first off, with the advertisement, they start with a sad tone of music. So, I feel like this really helps to get people in the mood, to be prepared to hear sad things in a way. So, with the actors giving their little statements and stories that these were their main issues, someone who is actually listening to the commercial can think to themselves as well and sort of think, I'm going through the same issue, so I think I should probably try out this network if I really want to get help from this. So, this is helping to get people's emotions into the commercial and help them to kind of put their feelings more into it so that they'd be able to try out the network. Also, next, you will see a little part where it says that the guy is saying, I wish my parents had insurance so that I could have had this help. So, this also helps to show that there are so many people out there trying to get help, but because of limited resources, a lot of people aren't. So they're saying, come to the network, we're going to help you out. So this is going to get people and push them even more with the story to go to the network.
Wish my family had insurance. I could have got the best help available.
So for this part of the video, I saw that he does say how, by having a drug addiction, someone always dies or they hurt others. So this is another form of pathos that they're doing because he's very straightforward with it, and people watching this are going to realize how this can really affect others.
People.
For logo that back to back up pretty much what you are saying for things. So with this commercial, they said that every hour 13 people die from drug or alcohol abuse. Now, This can be correct. The only thing that I saw was that they did not show where they got the fact or evidence, so I think that was the only wrong thing that they did.
Die.
Also, at the bottom of the screen, in the tiny writing, they do show another one that says that about 125,000 people die from this addiction, and I feel like it would have been more credible and more factual if they actually showed where they got it and if that source was even credible. So, in conclusion, with ethos, they use the stories and qualified people to help them free from drugs or alcohol addiction. The ethos helps to give them credibility that their network will work for them. For pathos, they also use the stories to convey the message that their network is a credible place and that they should feel free to call them or do whatever they need to do to get free. Also with pathos, they use their feelings and the sad song and the stories to get you to feel empathy and sympathy for these people so that you would feel that you need to be helped and to help stop this addiction. Now with logos, they do the facts with the how many people actually die per hour from the addiction. And this helps to logos to help them to get the audience to feel more at ease that this is a serious thing and real